Oh, hello there everybody, it's Diggs again. I've hit 80, I hit 80 quite a while ago actually on Guild Wars 2. I've been crafting away and getting my karma and things like that, playing a little bit of WvWWW as well. So basically what I want to do is I want to share with you my level 80 build. Now this build, I said I was going to go for a support, more tanky kind of build before when I was about level 50, 60 when I made my previous video. But this video I'm actually on a different way. Let me just introduce to you my game dynamics, what I'll be basically using. Oops. This is my traits. I go on 30, 10, 10, 20. A lot of people say it's better to go sort of, specialise. I have done. I've gone for an altruistic heal, or kind of altruistic heal. I've gone for a little bit of toughness to help me out in WvWWW. I've obviously gone for the signets, for my heal, because this heal, Signet of Resolve, is what you really need, because it gives you a cure condition every 10 seconds. But this, I use my power. I use my power line, my zeal, mostly because it's a heal to you with the zealous blade, the greatsword damage, and of course with the increased damage it's burning foes, because you're going to be using your X or whatever you put your F1. Your Virtue of Justice on. It's going to be on basically all the time. So I've developed this DPS build, but actually it's quite a kind of a heal build too, because you're using your shouts. Your shouts are all there, and your shouts recharge much faster, and of course your 200 weapon skills recharge 20% faster. So I'm going to be using a greatsword and, of course, staff, as I was before. But this build is, it's really a WvWWW build. I mean, you can use it in dungeons. But obviously you're not going to be the main healer of the group. You will be sort of much more of a DPS kind of guy. Crafting anyway. That's what we're going to be using. So you've got 30, 10, 10, 20. Now of course the standard Guardian build is to actually go 20, 30, 30. 20 into Valor for your toughness, 30 for your healing and your vitality, and 30 for your boon duration. Obviously, my build would benefit if I had an increase of boons over here. It would help a lot, but to be honest with you, you need the extra toughness in WvWWW, because if you don't have that, you are very, very squishy. Let's have a look at my armour. Now I've gone for a Valkyrie. Draconic helm. I've kind of gone for a mix between Valkyrie and Knights on my shoulders, and I've got a little bit of Melandru. I was going for the Melandru, but actually Melandru in our server, the Far Shiver Peaks got bugged, so I couldn't go for that anymore. So I decided just to craft my own armour. I've only just got rares. I don't have legendaries or exotics at the moment for my guys. I'm just working on those. Cleric for your healing power, Major Sigil of Water to heal nearby allies, 30% chance, as even if you're just pressing number 1. Obviously your greatsword, Steel Health. I mean, I need to find a sigil for that. I will do that. It's just came with the sword. You want to be going for Knights and Valkyrie for this build, because it's obviously power, toughness, vitality. That's all for precision for the Knights, just a bit of a bonus for your crit. But your power, toughness, vitality is the one that you want to, is your main stats that you really want to use. Now obviously that is more, you want to put more into Radiance, if you're going for much more of a radial kind of Burnie build. But to be honest, this is my PvP build, does great damage. In PvP, you're not going to, in WvWWW, you're not going to sit there and just heal. It's stupid to sit there and heal in WvWWW. You're just wasting your whole time. You might as well go out there, do some damage, kill or be killed, eat or be eaten in WvWWW. So this is really a WvWWW build. I do use it when I'm doing events in PvE, just simply because it's great for DPS. I do it for solo farming as well, because it's, again, great for DPS. And it's also good for survivability as well, with your greatsword hits. With your greatsword hits as well, and also some healing when you're rolling around a little bit, which helps being in your healing tree, as you can see there with the selfless daring. Now, explaining these skills, obviously Signet of Resolve was basically what every single Guardian uses in PvE, and also in WvWWW as well, simply because it cures the conditions. Hold the line, stand your ground, and retreat. I am using Tome of Wrath. You can use Tome of Courage if you really want. I don't know why Hounds of Balthazar, just use it because I thought it'd be funny. But yeah, you can use Tome of Courage if you really want to boost up your healing, but the tomes are really useless at the moment. It's only a 20 seconds spell that you can use, so I don't really enjoy using the elite spells. If I have to use it, I will use it because it grants a hell of a lot of damage, or healing if you use Tome of Courage. But again, it takes so long for those spells to cast that really your 20 seconds is up with just 1 or 2 spells. So yeah, those are your basic skills. The main aim of this build is damage, and also a bit of healing for yourself as well. Make sure you're rolling around, moving, using a little bit of heals here and there, but the most important thing is this is a self-healing build. It's not an altruistic build. Your shout's going to be altruistic, but you're using the shouts mostly for you. Obviously, if you're in a group, you use your shouts more often, and obviously use your staff more often as well when you're in a group. But other than that, really what you want to be, I mean, you're going to be grouped most of the time, and what you want to be focusing on is your damage, which would be your greatsword. When you're in a group, you're not going to be really using your staff a lot, only to use your speed boost and a little bit of heals here and there if you really need to heal. But in WvWvW, healing is redundant. And I say that because I've gone with a full healing build. I've gone with a 30-20-20 and a 30-30-20. I've gone with all of that, and it really doesn't make much difference because there's about 20-30 people. You're facing Zergs. If you're facing small groups, healing is key. But this build here, you've got your 20 points in healing, so use that. You can use your staff to heal, use your shouts for support. You've got the healing there if you need it, if you're in smaller groups. But most importantly, your damage will be there as well. So if you want, test out the build. You've got no harm in testing out the build. I've been using it now for a couple of weeks in WvWvW, and actually it's been going pretty well. I can dish out a lot of damage as well as heal myself from time to time and support myself with the shouts, and obviously use my staff as and when I can. And I've obviously been using it for PvE events as well. So don't be afraid to try out the build. Don't be afraid to try out new builds. It may seem a little bit sucky. People may think, well, hang on a minute, this is a bit useless. You haven't got enough toughness in. But trust me, the 10 points in toughness are actually worth quite a bit. And obviously you'll be doing so much damage and also healing yourself as well. That should kind of counter the lack of toughness. A lot of people like to go for at least 20 toughness minimum, but I found out that with this build, because the extra heals that you can get, and because of just the extra heals and your shouts if you use them wisely, and also your virtues if you use them wisely as well, 10 points is actually the minimum, and is a minimum that you can use. I would say a bare minimum is definitely 10 for Valor. A lot of people stick with 20, but I think if you're skilled enough to use all your shouts properly and your virtues properly, and to make sure you're healing yourself and using your greatsword the majority of the time to actually heal yourself, and also dodging and rolling around, 10 should just about be okay for you. So I hope you enjoy this. It's a little bit of a rushed guide in how to do this, because really there's not really much to say apart from really just to go and try it yourself and work out. Those are the kind of things that I would say to you, is make sure you dodge, roll and use your virtues and your shouts as wisely as possible. So that's it from me. Thank you.